Hi golfers, Nick here from American Golf. I'm down at the Thurrock store today, and today I'm reviewing new Taylormade milled grind wedges. First glance, I think they look really nice actually. One of the better looking wedges from the Taylormade range, in my opinion that is. So today I'm looking at the 56 degree. You can see on the back here the sort of detail with the MG red logo there. You can see it tells you about the bounce option. So this is a 12 SB. So there's 3 different bounce options in the different lofts in these wedges. So for example, I've got a 56 degree here. So the 3 bounce options are 12 for standard, 13 for high, and 9 for low bounce. So there's obviously a different variety of lofts, all different bounce options. Just to let you know, this is sort of the satin chrome nickel finish. There is sort of a bronze finish which is only available in the standard bounce options. So I'm going to be testing a standard bounce 12 in a 56 degree. I've set up GC2. We've got about 80 yards to the pin, so I'm just going to hit sort of like a 3/4 pitch shot just to sort of get a feel for this. We're going to take a look at some of that data as well. So Taylormade have gone for this mill grind, and they say it's the most precise sort of way to make the wedges. So in terms of the sole geometry and the lines, the score lines, the leading edges, which basically results in a better optimal turf interaction. If you look on the back here, I've got this soft polymer red sort of insert, and that just to redistribute the weight in the head, just to move that centre of gravity, and Taylormade say this gives it a more balanced, solid feeling. They've got this ZTP groove technology in the grooves, so it features sort of steeper, sharper edges for maximum spin, and we've got the True Temper Dynamic Gold wedge shaft. So at first glance it looks really nice looking wedge. So it'd be interesting to see how it performs. So as always, I'll be looking to give this club a grade on its looks and feel, how it performs, and in terms of performance, I'm going to hit 5 shots with a normal sort of pitch shot. Then I'm going to hit 3 out the toe and 3 out the heel, just to have a look at see how those results affect the strike, which I think is really important when you're looking at clubs. And at the end there, I'm going to look at sort of the price of it and give you an overall rating and what I think about this wedge.
The most I can feel, I'm here and you're not. The ghost I reveal.
Okay, so first up we're going to take a look at 5 normal shots. So like I said before, I've got the standard bounce, 12 bounce in the 56 degree loft, 80 yards. So this is like a 3/4 shot for me, more like between a pitch and a full shot really. Okay, felt good. Quite a fair bit of spin on that one. So I just overshot that a little bit. So 86 carry, so let's try and take a little bit off that. A little bit like that. Nice amount of spin, really good. Feels really good actually. It's got a little bit of a click to it, but it feels pretty soft. Okay, so you can see there, very similar shot to that previous one. Spin rate's very consistent. So 2 more normal. So distance control was really good. You see that first one I just overshot it, but just took a little bit off those last few. Perfect. Okay, pretty good. So there's 5 normal shots. Very consistent spin rates. Do like the feel of it. Okay, so now we're going to hit 3 out the toe, if I can. So same swing, but just out the toe this time. Yeah, definitely out the toe, that one. So you can see here, drop off in distance. Spin still pretty high, if anything more spin. Yeah, a bit more spin out the toe, just dropped off in distance. definitely out the toe, that one. Yeah, so it's carrying about 10 yards short out the toe. You can see sort of the marks on the face here. It's quite a new wedge, so you can see the marks with the golf ball. Okay, one more out the toe. So you see they're both coming up short and a bit to the right as well. Yeah, so pretty consistent there. It tends to happen where if you miss hit the ball, especially off the toe, it tends to come up short and a little bit to the right. Okay, so that's 3 out the toe. Okay, final 3. I'm going to try and hit these out the heel without shanking them if I can. Let's give it a go. So you see that goes a bit more to the left and a little drop off in distance. So you can see here the toe shots out to the right, starting direction out to the left of the heel shots. Let's go again. So again, pretty consistent to that previous shot out the heel. So the consistency, really impressive with this wedge. Okay, last one out the heel. Yeah, very consistent. All 3 out the hill, they're all finishing at the same sort of spot. So we're going to sit down now and take a look at some of that data. Okay, so you see me hit a few shots there on the GC2. So first up, before we take a look at the performance, I'm just going to talk you through sort of the looks and the feel, because I think that's really important when I'm choosing clubs, especially wedges. It's got to feel right, and it's got to look good as well. So in terms of the shape, I think it's one of the nicer shapes that Taylormade have done. Looks really good behind the golf ball. Taking a look at sort of the back of the club here. It's pretty good. Not too much sort of detail in here. There are some other wedges which maybe have a slightly better sort of finish. Obviously you've got the red polymer there, which obviously that's the idea of just with the centre of gravity. It's got quite a long hosel as well. So in terms of the looks, it's pretty decent looking club. In the feel, which is really important to me, it's got a slight clicky sound to it, which makes it feel a little bit maybe slightly firmer off the face than maybe a Vokey, which is what I use normally. But other than that, it feels really good actually. So I'm going to give this 8 out of 10 for the looks and the feel. So next up, we're going to take a look at the performance. So I've got these stats up on the screen here. I'm going to put some up in the corner so you can see in a bit more detail. But first up, we're going to look at the first 5 shots that I hit normally. So the first one there, you saw me overshot the pin a little bit, but then I was able to just dial in a little bit better on those next 4, and the next 4 shots all landed within 4 yards of each other and within 2 yards of the centre line. So in terms of consistency, superb. The spin rates all very close as well, all in the 9,000s for spin rate, which is about right for that type of shot. So spin is good and consistent as well. So in terms of the shots I hit out the centre, really good. I don't know if you can see the face here, there's quite a few marks across the face. That was clean before I hit it, so you can see there's a few at the toe, some up here towards the heel as well. So you can see I've hit that really right across the face. So let's take a look at the next 3 shots which I hit out the toe. So you saw there, the ones out the toe, generally that does happen, they start off to the right, so you're averaging about 2 or 3 yards to the right of the pin and probably about a 5-yard drop off in distance. The spin jumped up a little bit on the first shot hit, but other than that the spin rates were pretty consistent at the shots out the toe, so as you expect really. So good performance out the toe. Out the heel, slightly longer carry distances than the ones out the toe. I would say it's really hard when you're doing this test to be so precise. So I'd say the ones out the toe were probably a little bit more towards the toe than the ones towards the heel, because you have that feeling almost shanking it, but you can definitely see ones out the heel further to the left here on the face than the ones out that centre. So the drop off in distance wasn't as great as off the toe, but you did see the starting direction going out to the left. You saw there on average about 3 or 4 yards to the left, but all very consistent shots out the heel. Spin rates very close again as well. So in terms of performance, I think it's superb. I've not had much chance to take this out onto the course to test it, but on here GC2, looking at numbers, really consistent performance. So in my opinion, I'm going to have to give this 9 out of 10 for performance. Finally, we're going to take a look at the price, which is really important for a lot of people. I do get some comments on here that the price really doesn't matter too much, but I think it does to a certain extent. So I've got this wedge has just come out, so you're not expecting it to be cheap, but at 129, not too bad. It's towards the top end of the wedges, but this is a brand new wedge just come out from Taylormade, new technology in it. I think that's pretty reasonable, so I'm going to give it 5 out of 10 for price. So overall, my opinion on this club, I think it's a great looking club. I've always used Vokeys, but I would consider using it, so I'd probably like to sort of test it out in the course just to see the sort of turf interaction, is what Taylormade say is really good. But certainly looking at it on GC2 data in a mat, I think it feels good, looks good, and it performs really well as well. So just looking at overall rating for this club is 22 out of 30, which is quite high. If you look back through some of my reviews, I've been doing these reviews for mainly irons, I haven't done any other wedges yet, but I will do at some point. But 22 out of 30 is quite high performance, so really impressed with this club. I'm sure it's going to do really well. I'll be interested to see your comments if anyone else has tried it at all. But if you'd like to give it a go, come down to American Golf. We've got these in 52, 56 and a 60 degree in demo. If you want to come and try it on GC2, we'll be happy to help you out.